Okay, so we're nearly at the end, but I wanted to show you I am human, I make mistakes, and something that may well be helpful. My intention was to look, just do a few fine details to finish this picture, but having gone away from it and come back like I'm advising you to do, I'm sort of not quite happy. So I'm going to make some adjustments, which are outside of my process normally. But I just want to show you it's about being creative, flexible, and make some adjustments. So I'll show you what my problem is. Right, having painted this pier quite a lot, West Pier, I mean, what I would probably normally do is go on and put oil on top, which would mean I could get over the problems that I can see. But okay, so the problem I see, whether you agree or not, is fine. But the image, I put dark paint on the last video, as you can see, feeling quite happy with the sky. The sea's coming on. It's not happening for me yet. So I'm just going to put some more paint on the sea. And also, this is too dark. I've made too heavy. The lines that I've put on there are too heavy. So I'm going to do some more work on the sea and make some adjustments to the underneath. Then I'm going to make some adjustments to the top so that I bring this lightness and fragility back into this. This is a derelict pier that at any time could just collapse in the sea. I kind of hope it doesn't, because it's a great subject for painting. Because what's amazing about it is when the light and the daylight and the evening and everything hits this, it just changes. So like this, it changes like through the day, like hundreds of times, like everything does actually change all the time. We're always in a state of flux. And that's such an important thing to remember, that there is nothing. We may think, oh, a building's a building and that's it. But when we look at it in relation to what it looks like, it's changing every few seconds. Especially what's great about living in the UK for me is we have this incredible changeable weather because we're on an island. And so like things just, you can stand and look at something for 20 minutes and it's just, there's no way that it'll stay the same. I work from photographs a lot, but I try to, like, it's this change that means that this relationship that we're making on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, away, shut the door, come back, away, shut the door, come back, is really congruent with what happens in a moment anyway. Interesting? I think it's amazing. So the more amazing, the more I talk about it. So every moment, this moment that I'm having a relationship with you now, like it's in the past, it's not, I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to you with enthusiasm of the present, which only in the sense of this being a recorded video exists, but it is no longer that present moment, but hopefully I can convey that enthusiasm to you. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do some work on the sea, and I'm going to get some yellow. I'm going to get some yellow, and I'm going to mix it with and I'm going to get some, I've already got white all over. I've got some white there. I've got 3 plastic debris on the go now. So this is called a rescue mission. It's kind of a rescue mission. Like I say, normally I would probably just go straight onto oils. But basically I'm just going to start to work a different type of colour into the sea, which I found the sea is just a bit grey. And also at the same time, I'm going to work between these structures to break down I'm going to do a lot of work in the next 20 minutes or so. So it's like a bonus video. It's like a bonus video. You're seeing something. So I've got yellows and blues. So I'm just going to get more water. Still using a small brush. Right, I'm going to start getting some. Yeah, I'm quite sure. Sometimes with the acrylic oil as well, it's a good idea to leave it because it really does change tone. It really changes tone quite dramatically sometimes, depending on what acrylic oil you buy. I've got fairly average, medium quality acrylic on this particular painting, and that's what happens. If you buy high quality Liquitex or Golden, any of those hold their pigment and their colour much better probably than this paint that I'm using now. And I always, to be honest, I forgot that golden rule. So it's always, with anything really, you know, it's better to pay a bit more. It saves you a bit of heartache, really. So I'm just going to redo a lot of the main object, change this colour harmony slightly because it's just gone a bit grey and a bit dull. I'm still working with the sticky paint, and I'm working to the side of the canvas. Normally I'll be facing it, but I want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm putting there's some movement in there now. What I wanted was a bit of atmosphere, a bit of excitement. I like to have in my paintings, a bit of movement, a bit of depth. Now it's already starting to have a lot more going for it. So if I just put this drying acrylic paint on top of here, it breaks down the severity of the lines I've had. For some reason, I think it was the harmony between the colours in the sea, these colours here. For some reason, that's it. That's why, like, every painting's an experiment. It's not like I could have loads of hard and fast rules that say this, that, and the other, but actually, the only way that you really start to understand how it works is to do this, is to make mistakes. Not, there is no mistakes, but you just look at it and go, I'm not happy with that, and then do some more work on it. It's fine, absolutely fine. In fact, you end up with a much better piece of work. If you're not satisfied with it, do some more. At the same time, if it's about fine detail, there'll come a point when you're painting when you go, do you know what, I can't do any more with that. And when you leave it, you'll gradually start to appreciate that you stopped at the right time. You develop that wisdom. It's not, I just wanted to get a better finish to this in the acrylic than I had. Uh, so I'm just going to break down these. Just going to put some white in there to start with. I just want thinner. It's a very fragile, at the same time, a fragile structure. So I sort of really kind of, that's what I really love about the West Pier, is to try and represent this, the fact that it's a shell of what it was. It's not a strong, it's a strong image, but it's got a sort of fragility to it. So I'm just got to be careful not to get green in there. It's just about light, really. It's nothing, not major, but that's the way, you know, I wasn't happy with it, so I'm doing this. It's like I am an impressionist type painter. I'm not an architectural exact perfectionist. So I just want to just put in these cross marks in here where the sun should be catching the daylight, just catching parts of the. Now, so I can go straight on to this main structure here, and I'm going to go for a sort of lighter, not that light. Okay, I've got to get some more paint. Right, I'm just going to have a look. Already it's starting to soften. That's better. You see it's softening. It's a softening process. So I'm just going to, yes, I've got some black here, which is, no, it's not generally on the menu, because actually it's not, because it's Mars black. Is it? Yeah, it's Mars black. So I'm just going to mix it with some whites and have a go at the structure. Let's have a go at the structure and see what happens. Every picture is an experiment. Right, okay. See, all the lines are there, so it's like putting some of these, I'm putting some dark marks, but much more and of course what I want to do is cross structures here, some cross struts. Putting in a bit more detail. As I get these lighter colours, I'm just making marks with a lighter colour. This happens a lot with oil paint, where I'll pick up a certain colour at some point during the painting and move it around to other parts of the painting. It's just I want to get some variation of dark and light. So the bottom part of this structure will be darker there. And then there's back struts that are not so dark, sort of going into the sea. So I'm picking this up with the white that I've already got the shadows. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a bit more comfortable with it now. So I wanted it to shine up here. And then what I'm just going to do as a little touch is put some of my friends. Yeah, I'm quiet, aren't I? Right, some more cross struts along there. And some broken down bits. Yeah, so it's made it shimmer a bit more, I think. So it's just, I went to smudge something off the computer, a little bit of paint went on the computer. So there we have it. That's a much nicer image now. I've softened the structure. I just keep seeing. And the thing is, at this stage of your painting, you've got everything there. So with your acrylic paint, you can just make slight adjustments over the next few days. You don't have to do anything major. You don't have to redo the sky. The sea now, I'm much happier with the sea, much happier with the structure. I probably will go on and put oil paints on top, but actually I've kind of rescued it. So it happens to me too. So, you know, I'm not, the thing is, this thing about there's an expert and not an expert, it's a bit of a fallacy, really. You know, and I don't mind sharing the fact that this process, it doesn't make any sense unless it's a challenge for me every time I do a painting. But you get more and more confident that you can do something about it. you can actually move it on when you've got a problem. You don't need me or anyone else. You'll find your way of working the process. So I hope you've really enjoyed this free course. Please have a look at the rest of my website. It's an organic thing, this, so like you will have joined my email list. You can unsubscribe at any time that you wish, but I'm going to be doing more, keep doing paintings and keep like recording the process. So I'll be doing like, I'm really interested in trying to do paintings that I haven't done before. Like I always struggle a bit with countryside, for example. Doesn't come easy to me. So I want to like put videos up of me working, and I can send you the links on the emails so you know when they're on. And as you know, a lot of free resource to assist you in your arts practice. And then there'll be some like stuff, some courses where you have one-to-one interaction with me. If you so desire, like to go through a much longer course to be able to do like these type of work with portraits, if you're interested, which I start with acrylics and then I go on and put oils on top, exactly the same sort of way. So you'll be familiar with a lot of it already. And yes, it costs money because it's about my engagement and my time. So they'll be coming soon. Thank you very much again. Enjoy painting. Please keep painting. Always come back and refer to this course in the future when you're doing a painting so you can remember like the simple details that you need to. And you know, share your work with others. That really is the best way to improve your arts practice. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon on somewhere else. So yes, and these things are on YouTube as well, so it'd be great if you gave a thumbs up and shared my YouTube and told more people about this free course. Thank you. Bye.